What's up, welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of IDK's third album, F65. IDK, Maryland rapper, back with his third album, first since 2021. Of course, he had an EP come out last year as well. A lot of music to IDK's name at this point. I think, especially the past few years, the past few drops, people have started to really feel good about IDK. Is he the biggest rapper in the world? Is he the most mainstream? Certainly not. But he has really come into his own creatively and made a lot of great, wide-ranging music. I've certainly been impressed with him for the past few years, past few projects. And of course, this new album, F65, very excited to hear something new from IDK because you don't know what that's going to be. He's that kind of rapper. And I am happy to say that I think F65 is the best album he's ever made and continues this upward trajectory of incredible creative growth and just an amazing progression as an artist. I think IDK is incredibly talented, draws from a lot of really impressive influences, and is able to execute on a lot of different kinds of sounds, a lot of different songs, and I'm a huge fan of this. This is I'd say a pretty long track list, 22 songs, 52 minutes though. It's a bunch of interludes. It's not nearly as long as 22 songs would suggest. Perhaps you could still trim this down a bit. I'd still think it's a bit expansive. But man, the stuff that's good on this is really, really good. And I think it just kind of hit after hit after hit for like the majority of this track list. Maybe it fades away a little bit at the end, but man, I think IDK really smashed this. Start right off the bat with track 2, Pit Stop. I think this is one of my favorite songs of the year thus far. The drums, the bass, IDK's flows, plural. He has many flows throughout this album, really switches it up. He often switches it up halfway through a song, which is so cool and so impressive. But when you hear like these like kids singing, these children singing, brings you right back to Kanye We Don't Care off College Dropout. And I think the past few records, there's like some Kanye influence really shining through with IDK, the type of rapper he is, not afraid to necessarily sing, but also just, man, he switches up his flows so much. There's so many production flourishes. It's just consistently engaging music. It never feels really samey at all. And I think Pit Stop is just a banger of a song, man. Right after that, you have Thug Tier, featuring Fat Trell, his fellow DMV rapper. Man, the piano on that sounds so good. Again, IDK's flow is awesome. Kind of does like a call and response type rapping style, which I always love. The melodic chorus is really good. Talking about losing his brother, really getting into some serious shit there, of course. Soon after that, we have Salty featuring NLE Choppa. I was not expecting to hear IDK and NLE go bar for bar, but that's exactly what they do. It goes so hard. Kick drums are incredible on that. One of the lead singles soon after this is Mr. Police, which got some attention as a single. You know, IDK sings, you get the piano, but also has like a really impressive lyrical progression where it starts off being like submissive and afraid of the police, leading to a more aggressive, antagonistic sentiment towards the police. I think that's a really impressive song for what it's really talking about, and kind of almost gets into like a show tuney, like shoegazy vibe towards the end. Really impressive progression again. Pinot Noir, I also quite like. Really fast flow from IDK, some interesting dubbing, but like with the drums, like there's just so much texture to the beat and like how that song sounds. Nice Saucy Santana feature as well. Elmira, like out of nowhere, is like an Afrobeat song. Was not expecting that. Let's see. Further on, we have Tele Kalur, hard to say that one, which he gets into losing his parents. I thought was a pretty moving one. 850 We on Top featuring Rich the Kid. Really hard, fun switch up, new flow once again from IDK. Not really much of Rich the Kid features barely on the song, but IDK more than makes up for that. I think he's great. Rabbit Stew has a banger beat. Heck, the Snoop Dogg interlude is actually like middle passage. That is actually like a really like moving like consequential clip that I thought was pretty impressive. Still Your Man, I love the piano on that. And then kind of out of nowhere for me, I guess it shouldn't be surprised given the F65 album cover features IDK with a racing helmet on. But St. Nicholas is just David Croft from Sky Sports over in the UK doing Formula One commentary, talking about Lewis Hamilton and other racers. And I was like, where the hell did this come from? As a huge F1 and Lewis Hamilton fan, I was like, this is fucking awesome. I was not expecting this. This is really fun. And then you actually get more of Crofty's commentary on Superwoman, kind of on the outro, and then Freetown as well, the last track. Don't know if it necessarily fits the through line of like the beginning of the album, but as an F1 fan, I was like, this is pretty fun. Sample David Croft. He's an amazing commentator. Why not? I was a bit disappointed in Up the Score, like Benny the Butcher. Like, I'm always happy to hear the Butcher coming, but it wasn't the strongest Benny feature. I wish that would have stood out a bit more. So yeah, long album, man. IDK is just a really impressive guy. I think he's incredibly talented, but also really interested in pushing himself, pushing the sounds of his music, the types of tracks he wants to make. Just a really impressive artist. I'm really happy to see he's going on a headlining tour this year in the U.S. I've seen him open up in the past for Ferg, but it's really cool to see him going out and headlining his own tour. He's certainly worthy of that status at this point, so really happy for him. And yeah, let me know, how did you feel about IDK's F65? Do you think this is his best album like I do? And for more rap reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.